Hello, people. How's it going? Something a little more fun and interesting. Latest books I bought from the library, which is taking over the room. I'm actually recording all my books on my blog site. When I go to the bookstore, I can look it up on my phone, see whether I have the book or not, because I do own a lot of books. Far more than a human being should be allowed to have in a small room. I actually do like jazz music, people. Like, there are some aspects of jazz I do like. I got this yesterday. It was Black History Month, so I figured I should at least buy a book on the subject. I do like jazz. I know nothing of it. I know very, 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 very little about Louis Armstrong here. Louis Armstrong is widely known as the greatest jazz musician of the 20th century. He was phenomenally gifted and imaginative artist, an entertainer so irascibly magnetic that he knocked the Beatles off the charts 4 decades after they cut his first record. Offstage, he was witty, introspective, and unexpectedly complex, like most people. A beloved colleague with an explosive temper, whose larger-than-life personality was tougher and more sharp-edged than his worshipping fans ever knew. Okay. Of course, I've heard of him. I know who he is. I know nothing about him, really. It looked interesting, and it was $3. It was in the clearance section of the used bookstore. I love half-price books. Probably 95% of the books I own. That's probably where I got them. Used bookstores, half-price bookstores, the library when they're selling them. I rarely ever buy new books. I mean, literally like from Barnes and Noble. I like Barnes and Noble. But anyway, it's like a pretty good book. At the moment, I'm actually reading my Roy Campanella book. I haven't got that done yet. Okay, where did the book line go? There it is. Now that I've used the book, this was last year. I didn't read that. So, there you go. They won that game, by the way. That's the bookmark for the book I'm about to show you, what I'm reading. I have a thing for catchers. I am a Dodger fan, so I have a thing for catchers. Probably when I'm done with this book, I will read I'll probably read the Life of Louis Armstrong. And there's my book on short stories by Isaac Singer. I did read the Kimball the Fool short story. Interesting short story, a little odd, but not a bad short story. I do like him. He's a good writer. And then when a World War II book, the heroic victory of the Battle of the Gulf, but the United States Navy right in the threshold of Japan's Pacific Empire. By the way, that's in the book. It was too obvious, that Luzon was destined to be the next blood-soaked battleground. The Nippon Navy was rallying to muster a savage defense of that key outpost in a desperate final attempt to foil the American momentum in the Pacific. Good luck on that. With his legendary cunning, Admiral Bull Halsey devised a brilliant plan to sidestep Japanese resistance. Under cover of night and behind an eerie radio silence, the American Armada slipped secretly into the South China Sea, a hornet's nest of enemy military bases. The courageous fighting unit, who would bounce strike after strike against harbors and airfields until a crippling blow to the very heart of the Japanese military might. World War II is my favorite. As I've said it before, top three: World War II, the American Civil War, and everything else. I have lots of those. Yeah, I had this book before. I found another copy of it. Hawaii Story by Hawaiian's Queen is an account of those difficult years at the end of the 19th century when Native Hawaiian historian Malo's 1918 37 prophecy concerning the small ones being gobbled up came true for the Hawaiian Islands. Small ones for the Hawaiians. Gobbled up by the Americans. When this book was first published in 1898, it was an international plea for justice. Just as Admiral Thomas had restored Hawaiian sovereignty in 1843, following an illegal action by Lord Follett, Queen, I'm not going to try to say her name, but the Queen, fighting the American nation would slowly reestablish the Hawaiian throne. Queen died on November 11th, 1917. Her 20th plea for justice unanswered 70 years later, when people still live. I live in Hawaii. Beautiful place. I don't want to live there ever again. Too many years. I have a few books on Hawaii history. Now, this book, the obvious book. And so far, when I've read of it, I've read parts of it so far. Pretty good book. So it's just past the 80th anniversary of the liberation of Auschwitz. Nazi journey in the Jews. This is the abridged edition of Years of Persecution, and the Pulitzer Prize winning The Years of Extermination. Information contamination. Okay. So I love this. It's about the life of my history. Anyway, the last one, I haven't done a whole lot of books in the last few weeks. I just haven't had time nor the money. There's the guy responsible for me getting into Roman history. I have several of his books. I have a lot of his books. I like him as an author. I like his history of Rome. I like how he writes. This is the author I got into reading Roman history. Long time ago, 40 odd years ago, to be precise. Now, if you really want to learn Roman history, Roman Empire history, go to Metatron's channel, YouTube channel. He's far more smarter than me, and he's Italian. Ask him, he will tell you. Seriously. But yes, this is the guy who got me interested in Roman history. Well, I should say that Mr. Cyrus started it kind of involved in this. Most of what I learned from him. I do like him. He's a good author. He's written some very good books. And some books I'm not exactly sure I agree with. He wrote a few books on church history. I'm not really sure I agree with it. In fact, I'm pretty sure I don't. I really haven't had a chance to go to the bookstore too much. I've had a small haul for the last, whenever I did the last new books for the library, home library one. But I was there yesterday, and I can only get one book, and that was the one. But the birds, their feeder, my feeder, the freeloaders. It should be a blue jay at some point. I've had a few blue jays come by in the last few days. Well, books. I love books. I like them. Granted, this room is getting a little crowded. I would do a tour, but it would take too long. Or at least it would be a crowded tour. What is this mess? I don't even remember the last time I did the books for the help library. Anyway, but yeah, those little new books. Nothing overly exciting for people who don't like history. I like history. History is my thing. It's cold here in Minnesota, and I do mean cold. But anyway, thank you for watching. Like, share, comment, subscribe. Save yourselves, people, because I know I'm not going to. See you later.